At Ideirdra, we've been on a quest to bring really interesting people and businesses to contribute to our Innovation Insight series. This week we've got Matt Spencer from AXON. AXON provide law enforcement across the world with technologies and products that help save lives. I've been really impressed with how well AXON communicate their values and purpose. Can you talk to me a little bit about what they are and how you align your entire workforce to them?
The mission of AXON is to protect life, and our CEO Rick Smith, who founded the company 25 years ago, his mission has been to make the bullet obsolete. And so this is what drives the whole of our organisation and all of our employees on a day-to-day basis. And there are various strands of technology that we are developing that all align to that mission.
And do you think that the simplicity of that mission makes it incredibly easy for all your people and stakeholders to have ideas that can impact protecting lives?
Without a doubt. I've worked at other companies where the mission and the purpose of the company was difficult to understand and difficult to articulate and had too many different strands to it. So I think for us, protecting life and keeping it simple is something that everybody can identify with and enables us to stay focused on one particular mission.
One of the first things I noticed as I came into the building today was "Be Obsessed" as a slogan within the organisation, and it's about walking, as I understand it, with your clients, and that your clients are at the epicentre of how you develop products. Now, this is a methodology at Ideirdra we fundamentally believe in. Can you talk to us about why you're obsessed with the clients and how that affects the products that you build?
Firstly, because of the history of the taser, we are dedicated 100% to the law enforcement market. That's where we came from, and we have thousands of loyal customers that have been using the taser product for a long time. That builds up a huge amount of trust and a very valued relationship on both sides. And what that enables us to do is when we innovate and we create new products or iterative improvements on existing products, we're able to work very closely with a subset of our customers.
We're both in technology. Legacy technology can often be a huge barrier to innovation. In AXON's environment, what type of legacy technology is stopping you deliver your goal to reduce time spent on paperwork to frontline police officers?
And so the legacy platforms we've come across that have sometimes created a bit of a barrier have been on-premise systems, on-premise computing, because historically policing has put all of its software systems onto on-premise because of security typically, and also culturally that's the way that they've always done it. So going back 3 or 4 years, this was a bit of a barrier. But today, certainly in the UK, we're seeing a lot of police forces now moving to cloud-based systems, which is allowing them to take advantage of all of the capabilities that you get from hyperscale cloud. And so that might be the sharing of data, body-worn video, and all of the metadata that comes with body-worn video, both between police forces, because obviously crimes happen across borders, but also with the criminal justice system and the Crown Prosecution Service, and being able to digitally share data with the 4,000 lawyers around the country to be able to make very quick charging decisions. It has also enabled us to deliver capability such as automated redaction. So body-worn video is fantastic for creating evidence for court, but when you have tens of thousands of police officers who are recording anything between 5 and 10 videos per day, you have a huge amount of video data. and to manage all of that data, both from a storage point of view, but also from a retention point of view, where you only retain the video that's important, the video that's evidential for court, and then also being able to manipulate those videos and by manipulate I mean do redaction of faces. So this could be sensitive data, it could be minors, it could be information that's on a screen, anything that is not relevant to the actual investigation. All of this needs to be redacted, and it's a very manual process. But with the power of hyperscale cloud and using our platform evidence.com, you can automate that whole process.
One of the things I've been most excited to ask you about today, having researched AXON a lot, speaking to a lot of our blue lights customers about AXON, is what the future of your products look like to enable police officers to spend more time on the front line. Can you give us some inside lines?
Two main areas where we think we will change the game for global policing, and that is firstly in providing more connected technology. So we've just launched or announced the launch of our next generation body camera, which will be fully connected. Once a body-worn camera is connected, then you can deliver on things like voice-to-text transcription.
So cool.
So that we can actually deliver on this promise of creating more efficiency, more productivity for police officers, because they won't need to spend all of this time writing reports. Secondly, artificial intelligence, the big buzzword of the day, but we acquired two AI companies last year, and we are well into the process of developing some of the first technologies that we're going to deliver through evidence.com and using hyperscale cloud. Some of this will be based on things like redaction and redacting videos, which is a huge problem for policing today. So it's a very real issue that they have, which will create more efficiencies within the police force. And then secondly, it will also enable us to deliver more capability to the frontline officer, and that will be through the officer connecting and talking and managing his camera, but also through mobile apps on his mobile phone.
Matt, absolute pleasure to interview you today for Innovation Insights. I'm sure we'll ask you to contribute again in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.